Hey everyone, welcome to autumn in Blarney Castle Gardens, and as you can see there's some spectacular colour here at the moment, and this is just one example of the trees throughout the estate that are starting to come into their autumn coats really. And a lot of the aces in our rock close are some of the first to turn. We've yet to get a frost here overnight, but the colder temperatures are starting to bring the colours up. And as you can see, this one of our Acer palmatum, I think this one might be a Zakazuki, is coloured up so well, and they really steal the show this time of year. But it's not just great from outside. What I want to do is invite you inside just to have a little look back up to the canopy. So when it's backlit, it's also stunning. So if Paul wants to pop in with me here, I wanted today to talk about really autumn and winter walks on the estate, because the estate's open all year round and there's so much to see, and you find yourself in areas like this. And I mean, throughout the spring and summer obviously it's all about the plants and the flowers, but this time of year the trees really come into their own, and I find that as the weeks go by different trees kind of steal the show. And this is definitely one of the first ones, and certainly one of my favourites. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to pop down and show you the map, because I want to illustrate the extent of the paths and the walks on the estate. And then I'm going to stop off at various locations and show you some of the really great kind of autumn winter locations. So we'll see you shortly. So we're just outside of our castle main entrance now, and this is one of our maps of the estate. You actually receive a small copy of this on entry at the ticket office, and it really illustrates the size and the breadth of the estate. So you can walk over 5 kilometres within the estate on all of the various paths, and a lot of them go well beyond what I would call the main run, which is the central entrance areas around the castle, the cafes. But beyond this we have our lake walk and our woodland walks, and down right to the edges of the estate and along the riversides. And these are the areas this time of year that really come into their own. And I suppose you're out in nature, often by yourselves, and there's a chance to really get in touch with the wildlife, and there's always something new to see. But we have swans on the lake, there's a chance of seeing a kingfisher or otters on the river. All of the native Irish wildlife is still here, and it's wonderful to get a little bit lost in the woods, so to speak, and just enjoy nature. If nothing else, over the last couple of years we've, I think, got a new appreciation of the outdoors, and there's such a lot to see here this time of year, certainly for the whole family, that you'd be daft not to come out. So I'm going to show you a little bit more now at various locations and some of my favourite spots. We're now at the entrance to our new winter borders, and these are really only in their third year, and for the first time we'll be cutting back a lot of this cornice and larger plants behind us, because the new growth next year is a more vivid colour. But as you can see at the moment, there's some fantastic autumn colour around me, and I love the way the light's shining through this walnut tree. But I'm going to wander through here and head up towards the mansion, because there's another special tree I want to show you up there. So I'll see you in a sec. Here's another one of my favourites this time of year, Acer rubrum October Glory. Now October's just gone, and normally we'd be a couple of weeks more advanced, I'd say, colour-wise. But as I mentioned, we're waiting for the frost, and this is just starting to turn. But in another week perhaps, the whole thing will be this bright scarlet. And I'm about to show you a couple of the leaves close up, because I think Paul gets a good overall shot there, but just for the sheer brilliance of the shades of red and orange that's on this tree, it's another showstopper. So this is just in front of our mansion, and our whole arboretum in the upper areas around the mansion is completely stunning at the moment. And I'm going to head over now. We're going to take a little bit of a stroll further out, and I think we'll head for the lake. So we'll see you there in a second. So welcome to the lake, and certainly one of my favourite spots any time of year, but this time of year there's a lovely atmosphere with this low sun in the sky, really nice light, lots of activity from the birds and the other wildlife. And we have a bird hide across the way. As Paul comes through, he can pan around and you'll see in the distance on the other side of the lake our bird hide. Our walk, the lake walk itself, goes on a full circuit of the lake, and you can go from the turnstiles around the lake and back again, probably in about 45 minutes. And it's a lovely walk to take because it's a little bit more off the beaten track and very peaceful, but a lovely location. And since we've added these additional features like the floating platforms and the bird hide, it's really given a new life to the lake area and an appreciation, I suppose, for it. The season ticket holders often come up this direction and spend time around here because it is so peaceful. And I think it's certainly coming into the winter time now. I almost feel like whispering because it's such a nice sort of atmosphere. And the riverbank walks and the forestry walks are the same. Really, once you get away from the main run around the castle and the entrance, you are very much left to yourself and your own devices for a lot of it, and it does become a proper nature walk. So if you get a chance to get out and have a look around, do, because it's well worth it, especially when the weather and the day is like today. I'm going to bring you down to the river next because I think there's a lovely spot there I want to show you to finish as well. So we'll see you down there. And I'm finishing today on our riverbank walk, which is another beautiful natural area off the beaten track a little bit. And a lot of our season ticket holders are keen on this walk particularly, and you can see why. It's stunning, and the trees are just starting to drop the leaves and colour up nicely. Autumn's really well on the way now, and hopefully some of you watching this will be in over the next few weeks to see and appreciate the colours, and continue to come in and visit over the winter time, because there's always something new to see. So that's it from me for this week, and hopefully I'll see some of you in the gardens. Thanks.